third and final day of the Colne Valley Path begins in the small village of Chappel and follows sections of the Essex Way east to Ford Street and progresses further along the River Colne to arrive on the edge of West Bergholt. Here the path crosses a large golf course and passes under the busy A12 to arrive at the western gateway to the ancient Roman city. This is the official end of the trail, but I'm continuing down the high street to visit the spectacular Norman Castle and nearby ruined priory before ending at the train station. Chappel is a rather unassuming village in North Essex, with one outstanding feature, the enormous brick viaduct. At 1,060 feet in length, it's the longest bridge in the region and one of the largest brick structures in the country. The viaduct stands at a height of 75 feet and consists of 32 semicircular spans, each 30 foot wide and made up of a total of 7 million bricks. Just out of Chappel, the Colne Valley Path joins the Essex Way, another long-distance trail that cuts right across the county. The way is followed for a little over 3 miles along the edge of the River Colne, past the village of Ford Street and up to West Bergholt, with plenty to see and enjoy along this stretch. Just as you approach Ford Street, the path passes around Millrace Pillbox. The pillbox was built during World War II and was designed to cater for 5 light machine guns, 1 rifle and 6 men. The path continues along the riverbank for a short way before arriving at the busy A1124, which is followed for only a few minutes past some delightful timber-framed houses. A turn left takes you along the edge of a field with a gentle rise to the right. The path heads across this field and gains a little elevation for some lovely views over great swathes of the Colne Valley. After crossing the river and a minor road near Millhaus, the route crosses a beautiful conservation area owned and managed by the Woodland Trust. This area is alive with all manner of wildlife, and time spent here is never wasted. West Bergholt is largely bypassed, with the route heading southeast to cross a narrow brook and begin the final approach to Colchester. This final approach takes you through a large golf course and under the noisy A12 dual carriageway. Just beyond the A12 you may notice the route follows a bank and ditch hidden in thick woodland. This is Lexton Dyke, and a remnant of the defences constructed around the Iron Age settlement here in the 1st century BC. This is one of several defensive ditches in and around Colchester which date from the Iron Age. A final crossing of the River Colne leads you to the A133 and eventually into another local nature reserve called Hilly Fields before arriving at the remains of the Roman gatehouse. The Bhutan gate dates to around 200 AD and earlier than the Roman walls alongside. It remains the largest surviving gateway in Britain at 107 foot wide, but sadly much has been destroyed over time with parts of it under the nearby Hole in the Wall pub. Located just behind the Roman gate stands another technological marvel. Jumbo Water Tower was completed in 1883 and soars to a height of 130 feet above the surrounding town. This spectacular structure was made from 1.2 million bricks and given a Grade 2 star listing. Colchester Castle is another historical site not to miss. Its impressive walls were twice their current height when construction was completed in the late 11th century. The keep was the largest ever constructed in Britain and the largest surviving example in Europe. The castle keep was also built on the foundations of an earlier Roman temple of Claudius dated to around 54 to 60 AD. This was the largest temple of its kind in Roman Britain and potentially represent the earliest existing Roman stonework in the country. Just around the corner is the last historical treat on the walk, St Botolph's Priory. The priory dates as far back as 1100 and was the first Augustinian priory in England. These fantastic historical monuments in the town centre create an awe-inspiring end to a lovely walk through the Colne Valley, and although not officially part of the route, they really add another interesting dimension. From its Norman keeps, Roman structures and spectacular Victorian engineering to the meandering wildlife-rich waters of the river, the Colne Valley Path has everything needed to inspire the imagination.